English Grammar, Lesson 11. It's time now to talk about a special group of verbs, modal verbs and modal-like expressions. These are verbs like must, should, could. Modal-like expressions are verbs like have to, be supposed to. Let's talk about which of these modal verbs change, and if they change, how do they change? In this lesson, we'll answer these questions. Which modal verbs don't change? Which modal verbs and modal-like expressions do change? How do they change? Might and should are two modal verbs that don't change. Example: Jim said he might buy his wife a car for her birthday. The original words were, I might buy my wife a car for her birthday. Next example: I told Jim he should buy a less expensive gift. The original words were, you should buy a less expensive gift. Ought to and would also don't change in reported speech. Example: Ryan told Jim he ought to take his wife on a trip instead. The original words, you ought to take your wife on a trip instead. Next example: Jim's wife said she would like to go to a nice restaurant for dinner. The original words, I would like to go to a nice restaurant for dinner. Could is another modal verb that does not change in reported speech. Example: She also told Jim that he could surprise her with tickets to a concert or theater performance. The original words, you could surprise me with tickets to a concert or theater performance. Had better is the final modal verb that does not change in reported speech. Example: I told Jim that he had better decide soon because his wife's birthday was 1 week away. The original words, you'd better decide soon because your wife's birthday is 1 week away. In reported speech, we do not change perfect modals, meaning modal verbs in their past forms. Example: quoted speech. Jack must have saved a lot of money, I said. Reported speech. I said that Jack must have saved a lot of money. The form stays the same. The same rule applies to the progressive form. For example, I said that Jack must have been saving money for quite some time. The original verb phrase, must have been saving, does not change. Now let's talk about modal verbs that do change. Can shifts back to could. Example: quoted speech. Erin said, I can help you choose a gift for Rob. Reported speech. Erin said she could help me choose a gift for Rob. May can shift back to could or might, depending on how it's being used. Example: You may not go to the party, my mother said. There may be drinking there, and you are too young for alcohol. My mother told me that I couldn't go to the party. She said there might be drinking there, and I was too young for alcohol. In the first sentence, may not shifts back to couldn't. This is permission. The mother is not giving permission, so may changes to could. It's in the negative, so may not becomes couldn't. In the second sentence, may expresses a possibility. In this case, may can shift back to might or could. Must shifts back to had to. Example: quoted speech. I must find a gift for Rob soon, I told Erin. Reported speech. I told Erin that I had to find a gift for Rob soon. Modal-like expressions usually shift back to their past forms in reported speech. For example, have to or has to changes to had to. Example: quoted speech. I have to buy wrapping paper and a birthday card, I told Aaron. Reported speech. I told Aaron that I had to buy wrapping paper and a birthday card. Be supposed to shifts back to was or were supposed to. Example, quoted speech. Rob isn't supposed to know about the party, I said. I told Aaron that Rob wasn't supposed to know about the party. Let's try our first exercise. The following video was made 1 week ago. Listen to Jennifer speak. Today is my friend's birthday, so I must think of a way to wish her a happy birthday. I might buy her a cake. What did Jennifer say? Jennifer said that it was her friend's birthday that day. She had to think of a way to wish her friend a happy birthday. Then Jennifer said that she might buy a cake. So what did I do? I decided to go to a bakery and buy a cake. DeFusco & Son Italian Bakery is in North Andover, Massachusetts. While I was buying a cake, I talked to some of the people who work in the bakery. Listen, then report each statement. Make all necessary changes to the verbs. Example. Listen to Al, the owner and head baker. I asked him if he's happy to be a baker.
I can't think of any other job I'd rather do.
What did he say? Take a look at his words and think how you would change them. Do both modal verbs change? Answer. Al, a baker, said that he couldn't think of any other job he'd rather do. One. Listen to Alicia, an assistant at the bakery. I asked what kinds of cakes they make.
We can make white, yellow, chocolate, and marble cakes.
What did she say? Here are her words. How would you report them? Alicia said that they could make white, yellow, chocolate, and marble cakes. Number 2. Listen again to Alicia. I asked her about special order cakes, cakes with a special design.
You may choose a design from this catalog, or you can tell us what you would like, and we can make it.
What did she say? Here are her words. How would you report them? Let's take this slowly. Alicia said you could choose a design from that catalog, or you could tell them what you would like, and they could make it. Listen now to Al. I asked how far in advance someone had to order a cake.
Customers should order cake 2 to 3 days in advance.
What did he say? Here are his words. How would you report them? Al said that customers should order special cakes 2 to 3 days in advance. Four. Listen to Jennifer. You're going to report my words in the third person. I have to find room in the refrigerator for this cake. What did she say? Here are my words. Remember, you need to report my words in the third person. Jennifer said that she had to find room in the refrigerator for that cake. There's more to come. In following lessons, we'll practice reporting conditionals, reporting questions, reporting commands, and using other reporting verbs. Additional practice is available at EnglishCafe.com. My username is JenniferESL. The follow-up exercise to this lesson is now available. The direct link is listed in the video description. That's all for now. Thanks for watching and happy studies.